Today we're looking in the Piano Adventures 2B lesson book, and we are at a song that is called This Is My Planet Earth. There's some interesting history about the song up here in this globe that you can read. The origin of this tune is actually unknown, but it is probably most popularly known in the world as God Save the Queen from England, and it's the national anthem in several, or the tune for the national anthem in several other countries too. We use it here in the United States of America also, and we call it My Country 'Tis of Thee. This is the same exact tune, but we're calling it This Is My Planet Earth. This Is My Planet Earth starts with an introduction, which is a G major hand over hand arpeggio. Then it goes into a main section, which is the song that you probably know very well. And this section starts here at measure 4 and goes all the way to measure 17 on the second page. There is a repeat sign here that bounces back to measure 4 and you play it again. And then there is a concluding arpeggio. This one is in C. So we're going to learn each of those things separately, starting with the hand over hand G major arpeggio in the introduction. And most of my students have played these hand over hand arpeggios before when they learned the 5-finger scale. So you have probably played this before. So this is middle C right here. We're going to start an octave and a half below middle C with our left hand. I'm going to scoot the camera just a little bit. So your right hand's going to start on the next G, and we go 5, 3, 1, 1, 3, 5. Hand comes over, right hand goes under, and the left hand hits a G up top. So we'll do that again, starting down here at the bottom. I'm seeing if my camera can get everything in. It's going to be close, but we'll try it. So it starts out quiet. Here it starts to grow, and it goes forte at the top. So we also are going to hold a pedal down for this. Go ahead and pause the video and try to do that. Make sure that you are using the crescendo in the second and third measure and the pedal. Okay, now let's look at the main section of the song. So this song is based in the key of C. We know that by a few reasons. First, we're starting on C and we have a C chord in the very beginning of the song. That's a big hint. The other big hint is usually at the end of the song, and we end on C here. We actually have a concluding arpeggio in C that cements that for us. And then we can look throughout to see if we see any accidentals, any sharps or flats. We don't. And the key of C is the one that has no sharps and flats. So we're going to be based on C. The right hand starts at middle C, but it doesn't start there with a 1, it starts there with a 2. So let's look at the right hand melody first. There's a finger change here and a crossover. And you'll notice when you do that crossover, you just go right back to your C. Let's do that again together. 1, 2, ready, go. Finger change. Cross. Looking at the left hand, it starts with a 1 chord. Plays a modified 5/7, 1 and 5 together. Your thumb sneaks up and then it goes back. Modified 5/7. Let's do the left hand together. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, ah, ta, ah, ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, ta, ah, ta, ah, and then before it starts the next section, it comes down here to this G and C. Okay, so we're going to put both hands together, making sure we start with our second finger on middle C for our right hand. 1, 2, ready, go. ahead and pause the video and play that 2 times. Okay, we're looking at the next part, but before we go on, I just want to point out that there is a pedal that comes down at the end of that section. When you play the C, your pedal is going to go down, and that's to connect that G-C drop with what happens in the next section. So I'm going to start there, which is a thumb here, pedal down, and then we start with the right hand. The finger change here, and it 2 goes over the same way. We're not actually moving the hand, we're just crossing 2 over and leaving our hand in place. Okay, so looking at the right hand only of that section, 1, 2, ready, go. Looking at the left hand, we come down here to do that drop, and then we come back to where we were with a 1 and 5. Thumb, thumb, 1 and 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 7 chord, 1 chord. Let's do that together, starting with the drop. 1, 2, drop, 1, 2, rest. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Good. We're going to do the whole section hands together. I'm starting on measure 9, which is the end of the first part that we worked on. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, 1, and 2, and 1, 2, 3. Good. Go ahead and pause the video and play that 2 times. Okay, next I just want to look at the dynamics before we play this all the way through, or this section all the way through. We have mezzo forte right here, and it stays mezzo forte all the way until we get to measure 14. And in measure 14, we have a crescendo. We're going to build in 14 and 15 to a forte that hits in 16. So the dynamics for this section are not too difficult. We're going to play this all the way through from measure 4 to measure 17 and repeat it, and we're going to incorporate those dynamics. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, and 3. Pedal. Pedal up here. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Crescendo. Forte. 2. Back to the beginning of measure 4. Pedal. Pedal up. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3, and more of a ritardando here. is the concluding arpeggio. So this is a C arpeggio. It starts down 2 octaves below middle C. It will be hard for me to show this all the way on my camera because it stretches quite far. So I'm going to move the camera tilt as we play it slowly, but some of it will be off camera when I play it without being able to do that. So we start at mezzo forte. It's hand over hand, just like the G arpeggio was. We have a crescendo here at the end. And then at the very end, please notice that there is a treble clef right here. So your right hand is going to go up above the chord that you're playing there. I'll show you how that looks. So this is middle C. We are going not 1 octave below, but 2 octaves below middle C to start. So we go 5, 3, 1, 1, 3, 5. Left hand goes over. Right hand goes under. And this is where the left hand comes above. It's kind of like what we did with Spanish Caballero a while ago. So I'm going to try to get most of this in the camera. Let me just figure out where my cutoffs are. Good. So I'm starting off screen just a little bit. There is a pedal for this one, just like the beginning. Video and try that 2 times. I'm going to play through This Is My Planet Earth all the way through.